Purple and gold faithful, what I'm about to tell you will send shockwaves through every corner of Vikings Nation. Three massive developments are about to reshape everything we thought we knew about our beloved Minnesota Vikings, heading into what could be the most pivotal season in franchise history. While you've been focused on the obvious storylines, something extraordinary has been brewing in the shadows of Egan. A young signal caller has been quietly turning heads, making coaches lose sleep with excitement, and potentially changing the entire trajectory of our quarterback room. But that's just the beginning. At the same time, our backup quarterback situation has become a powder keg of uncertainty that could explode at any moment. The very foundation of our championship hopes might be built on shakier ground than anyone wants to admit, and our defensive mastermind is making moves that could either secure our secondary for years to come or leave us scrambling when the bullets start flying in the regular season. Vikings Nation, hit that like button if you're ready for this roller coaster. Smash that subscribe button, because you won't want to miss what's coming next. The first revelation involves an undrafted rookie who's been so impressive that multiple staffers are already whispering about him becoming the next great UDFA success story. Vikings Nation, meet your potential diamond in the rough, Max Brosmer. This undrafted free agent quarterback from the University of Minnesota has been absolutely setting the practice facility on fire since joining our Purple family, and the hype surrounding this kid is reaching fever pitch levels that nobody saw coming. Max Brosmer isn't just another camp body hoping to make an impression. This Golden Gopher transfer has been catching the attention of every coach, staffer, and scout who's watched him work. Multiple team insiders are raving about his ability to pick up the intricate details of Kevin O'Connell's complex offensive system, praising his professional approach and football IQ that screams future NFL starter. The Athletic's Alec Lewis dropped this bombshell. Multiple staffers raved about his ability to pick up small intricacies. His professional approach and ability to process should keep him in the league for a while. Vikings Nation, when multiple staffers are raving about an undrafted rookie, that's not just coach speak, that's the real deal. But here's where it gets absolutely insane. Max Brosmer isn't just competing for a practice squad spot. This kid is legitimately battling for the QB3 position and could realistically find himself on the 53-man roster come September. In a quarterback room headlined by J.J. McCarthy, Brosmer has emerged as the wild card that nobody saw coming. The numbers Max Brosmer put up in his final college season were absolutely impressive. 66.5% completion rate, 2,028 yards, 18 touchdowns, and only 6 interceptions, plus 5 rushing touchdowns. Those are the numbers of a quarterback who knows how to win games and protect the football. General Manager Kwesi Adofo-Mensah has become absolutely legendary for finding undrafted free agent gems, and Max Brosmer could be his next masterpiece. Just look at Ivan Pace Jr., who went from undrafted rookie to starting linebacker. If Brosmer follows that same trajectory, we could be looking at the steal of the entire 2025 rookie class. Vikings Nation, Max Brosmer represents everything we love about the underdog story, the local kid making good. But while we're getting excited about this rookie sensation, there's a much bigger storm brewing with our backup quarterback situation that could derail everything. Vikings Nation, we need to have a serious conversation about the elephant in the room. Our backup quarterback situation with Sam Howell is a ticking time bomb that could explode at the worst possible moment. Here's the brutal truth. Sam Howell is supposed to be our insurance policy behind J.J. McCarthy, but his track record reads like a horror story for any championship contending team. This 24-year-old quarterback has started 18 games in his NFL career and has a dismal 5-13 record with 22 touchdowns against 23 interceptions that'll make your blood pressure spike. Sam Howell has been bounced around the league like a pinball, going from Washington to Seattle to Minnesota in just 4 years. When a quarterback can't stick with a team for more than a season or two, that's usually a massive red flag waving in our faces. The Athletic's Alec Lewis dropped this concerning assessment. Decision-making remains the question. Vikings Nation, when decision-making is questionable for a backup quarterback, that's not just a minor concern. That's a potential season-ending disaster waiting to happen. Think about this nightmare scenario. J.J. McCarthy goes down with an injury, and we're forced to rely on Sam Howell to lead us through a playoff push. This is the same quarterback who threw 23 interceptions in his limited starting experience. The same player who couldn't hold down a starting job with 2 different franchises. Sam Howell might be tough and fearless, but being tough doesn't win football games when you're making game-changing mistakes at the worst possible moments. We've seen what happens when teams have to rely on questionable backup quarterbacks during crucial stretches. It's a recipe for heartbreak. The most frustrating part is that veteran quarterbacks like Carson Wentz and Ryan Tannehill are still available in free agency, proven veterans who have actually won meaningful games at the NFL level. But we're rolling the dice with a guy who's proven he can't handle the pressure. Vikings Nation, this isn't just about having a capable backup. This is about having a quarterback who can actually keep our championship window open if something happens to J.J. McCarthy. But just when you think the quarterback situation couldn't get any more complicated, our defensive coordinator is making moves that could change everything. Vikings Nation, while everyone's been obsessing over our offensive questions, Brian Flores has been quietly orchestrating a defensive chess match that could determine whether we're championship contenders or pretenders this season. Our defensive coordinator is about to make a move that could either be the masterstroke that saves our season or the risky gamble that exposes our biggest weakness. Brian Flores has been rolling with Isaiah Rodgers, Makey Blackmon, and Jeff Okudah as his cornerback depth behind Byron Murphy Jr., showing confidence in his hand-picked group. But Vikings Nation, there's a veteran sitting in free agency who could be the perfect addition to solidify our secondary, Rasul Douglas. Brian Flores dropped this bombshell about Isaiah Rodgers. He's been on my radar since he was at UMass, a fast playmaker. I think he's one of these kind of late-round guys who found his way in the league in the kicking game. I've always thought he was a good player and was ascending. When Brian Flores says he's been tracking a player since college and believes he's ascending, that's a defensive mastermind identifying talent that others have overlooked. Isaiah Rodgers has been flying under the radar, but Flores sees something special in this speedster. But here's where it gets absolutely fascinating. Brian Flores isn't just plugging holes in the secondary. He's building a unit based on football IQ, chemistry, and the ability to execute his complex defensive schemes. He's looking at how Isaiah Rodgers meshes with Byron Murphy Jr., Cetus Harrison Smith, and Josh Metellus. The question keeping Vikings Nation up at night is whether this confidence will pay off when elite receivers start testing our secondary. We missed out on Jalen Ramsey when he was traded to Pittsburgh, but now there's another opportunity sitting right in front of us. Rasul Douglas. Rasul Douglas is an 8-year veteran who's played nearly 3,000 snaps over the last 3 seasons with Buffalo, bringing exactly the kind of experience and proven production that could take our secondary to the next level. Sure, he had a down year in 2024, allowing 72.6% completions, but this is exactly the type of veteran that Brian Flores could resurrect and turn into a key contributor. Think about what Rasul Douglas brings: championship experience, veteran leadership, and the ability to step in immediately if injuries strike, or if our young cornerbacks need more development time. At nearly 30 years old, he might not be the fastest player on the field, but his football IQ and understanding of NFL offenses could be exactly what Flores needs. The genius of potentially adding Rasul Douglas is that it wouldn't disrupt the chemistry Brian Flores has been building with his current group. Instead, it would provide the perfect insurance policy and veteran presence that could help Isaiah Rodgers, Makey Blackmon, and Jeff Okudah reach their full potential. Vikings Nation, the countdown to training camp is accelerating, and these 3 storylines are about to collide in the most dramatic fashion possible. Max Brosmer is fighting to prove that undrafted doesn't mean untalented. Sam Howell is trying to convince everyone that he can be the reliable backup we desperately need. And Brian Flores is considering adding Rasul Douglas to solidify our championship defense. The stakes have never been higher, and the margin for error has never been smaller. This is the season where everything comes together or falls apart, where our championship window either opens wide or slams shut. Drop a comment and let me know which of these 3 storylines has you most excited or most worried. Are you buying into the Max Brosmer hype, or do you think we need to find a better backup than Sam Howell? Should Brian Flores sign Rasul Douglas to solidify our secondary? Hit that like button if you're ready to ride this roller coaster with Vikings Nation. Smash that subscribe button because this season is going to be unlike anything we've ever experienced. Vikings Nation, the purple and gold destiny is in our hands. Are you ready to find out which way this incredible story unfolds?